Welcome back to the news at 10. Residents of Agwashoku community in Delta State, South Nigeria, have raised an alarm over an alleged attack on their farmlands by herdsmen. The herdsmen, who are said to be from the northern part of the country, appear to be long-time inhabitants of the community. But the group seems to have fallen out with the landowners. Our community report tonight takes a look at the crisis.
Etisala, now you're talking.
The sight of cattle grazing in the Niger Delta region of the country, particularly in Delta State, is not new. It is an everyday routine from sunrise to sunset. These cattle rearers are originally from the northern part, but have dwelled with Agwashoku villagers in a Nat'l local government area for a long time, eating their kind of food and even having their children together. But the relationship seems sour, as some of the cattle rearers are alleged of harassing the villagers on their farms, destroying their crops, all in the name of feeding their cattle. Villagers say they now live in fear in their own land.
They are destroying our crop in anywhere, and if you ask them to move their cow into inside bush, they will now challenge you, they will now come and fight you. Even the same them, they are the people that are robbing for the express.
Hausa people, they bring the number here, along the road, inside farm. They, anywhere when they see, they stay there. It's when they do no go. Even though they say about this corner, look about this corner, you go say no problem here. I don't know what I'm going to talk about that one. Only you have to tell the people to help us drive them out. That's what I know.
At the palace of the traditional ruler in Agwashoku, this elderly man, Prince Francis Izedino, confirms the continuous attack on villagers by the herdsmen on their farms. He wants government's quick intervention before the situation gets uncontrollable.
It's a real fact. The cattle rearers there are harassing the people there. Even at Olo, also, they are doing wonders there, eating their crops.
The state government is aware of the situation in this community and has set up a committee to look into the problem. But it seems not much has been done to effect a change.
A lot has happened, but you know the Commissioner of Police changed hands. He retired, and because of his retirement, the committee's activity seems to be a little slowed down.
At a recent expanded meeting with security chiefs, traditional rulers, and leaders of the Hausa Fulani community, the state governor steps in to douse tension and restore the initial peace that existed between the villagers and their northern counterparts.
The other challenge that we also had was that of cattle rearer and the various communities. So much so that almost 70% of our farmers were afraid to go to the farm. So we had to set up a committee under the former CP, but I'm not too sure that committee has effectively taken up. So now that we have a new CP, that is one area we look at, the challenge of cattle rearers.
The state governor's promise may be the first step to nip in the alleged herdsmen attacks in the bud. But as long as the herdsmen would have to feed their animals without the provision of a grazing zone, the Agwashoku villagers in Delta State may have to keep losing their farmlands and produce. Favor Otautu, reporting from Asaba, Channels Television News.
Etisala, now you're talking.
First Bank.
Good evening. Welcome to Business News. I am Adeshawa Josh. The Central Bank of Nigeria has released new figures that shows an increase in the nation's external reserve. As at September the 22nd, the reserve grew by $20.26 million to $39.6 billion from $39.58 billion as a month ago. Well, analysts attribute the increase to slower drawdown by the central bank to defend the local currency, which closed at 162 naira 55 to the dollar at the interbank forex market today. The naira has remained stable at 161 to 162 naira to the dollar on the interbank market and 155 naira 75 kobo to the greenback on the official window. For the same period in 2013, the reserves stood at $45.82 billion. The naira hit a 2-week high of 162 naira 65 kobo against the dollar today after the central bank sold the greenback directly to lenders to prop up the local currency. The local units closed 0.76% firmer, a level last seen on September the 9th, compared with the previous day's close of 163 naira 90 kobo. The naira has been falling for the past 2 weeks, weakened by the impact of the decline in global oil prices and low offshore inflows into the debt and equity markets. Well, the president of the National Council of the Nigerian Stock Exchange, Aliko Dangote, has formally stepped down from that position. This was declared today at the 53rd Annual General Meeting of the Exchange in Lagos. The meeting, which had ex-officials of the council and dealing members present, also witnessed the election of the new members. And with a total income of 5.4 billion naira and an increased operating surplus of 3.2 billion naira generated in 2013, the management believes that the local buzz has room to grow bigger in 2015.
Last year has been extremely a very good year. We have almost tripled our income based on the previous year, group-wide, and I think we are in a very, very, good trajectory. The exchange is continuously growing. We brought back stability, we brought back confidence, and I think it's going to move forward much, much better than where we met it. The council that we're handing over to, I'm sure they will do a much, much better job. We've done our best by bringing the market where it is today, but they will definitely take it to the next level.
The Nigeria equities market bounced back to winning ways today. After 2 days of losses, the all-share index recovered 0.67% to close at 40,809.32. Bolaji Akinwa.
Hello and welcome to the Stock Market Report. The equities market regained some strength at the midweek session after the all-share index recovered 0.67% to close at 40,809.32. Heavyweights like Guinness and Dangote Cement lifted the market into the positive territory. Each gained 6 naira 1 kobo and 6 naira each. GlaxoSmithKline was also on the list, adding 4 naira 74 kobo to its share price. Nestle, Seplat and Mobil topped the decliners table, with Nestle losing as much as 19 naira 90 kobo. Meanwhile, UBA Capital garnered the highest volume of shares of 154.3 million units, ahead of IUCO and NEM Insurance. In total, 427.7 million shares were traded for 11.9 billion naira and exchanged by investors in 4,342 deals. That's it on the Stock Market Report. I'm Bolaji Akinwale.
Thanks a lot, Balaji. Finally tonight, crude oil price slipped further today as inflated supplies and weak economic data outweighed rising geopolitical tensions in the Middle East. Downbeat European economic data and a rise in oil exports from Nigeria and Iraq overshadowed positive mood from China after the release of a better-than-expected PMI for September yesterday. Brent for November delivery lost 31 cents to $96.54 per barrel, while U.S. crude slipped 1 cent to $91.55 per barrel. And that's Business News tonight. The news at 10 continues in a moment.
First Bank.
Still ahead on the news at 10, Qatar women's basketball team forfeit a match at the Asian Games after being refused permission to wear the hijab. That's on sports. You join us again.